Dear friends, I am so happy to be with you to discuss and explain and to illustrate the working of evil against God. Here, the main question is, are we satisfied with our life? If not, what is the reason behind it? I have to look for this to my mind for days and days without sleep. And finally, I could understand to a small extent that we are not the reason behind this sorrow and unhappiness. It is understood that the evil or the big brother who is so selfish and cunning, the big brother who has already hijacked our mind and kept us inside a cage where we don't have any freedom. We have become a slave. He is using us. We have to work. If we don't work according to his will and pleasure, you will be punished. You will be punished with sorrow, unhappiness, hunger. Here in this painting, there are 4 divisions, subdivisions, which denotes different way by an individual or the human society can move through towards the liberation of sorrow. This is something which I have got not from the text but from the divine. Here, to make it short, here you can see a lotus which has got a beautiful white light. Lotus flower, you can see a tube-like structure which goes down towards a lady who is wearing a white clothes again, who denotes a sort of holiness. On her head there is a pot which we call kumbham, which is the holiest of the holiest things which you get from this earth, is kept inside it in all the 3 states: solid, liquid, as well as gaseous state. And it is represented by little green leaves, which is the nature. The whole thing is natural, which I will go deeper and very deeper into that subject because I don't think I can explain all these things right now. We will see it later. That beautiful lady is a mother carrying a little baby inside her womb. Again the baby is resting on the lotus flower, which again denotes that the way of freedom or the liberation. The lotus flower itself is very important, and it is the holiest flower you can ever see on the planet. The lotus flower represents the tyagam or the karma, how it is purified from the dirt which is rooted, deep rooted into the pond, which has all decayed and all unwanted thrown away waste which is there in the water. From there the root goes into it, it converts the badness into a goodness and life form, and from the life form a beautiful flowers emerge, looking to the sky, looking to the sun or to the light, hoping to get freedom. In this book, there is again a lotus flower or lotus temple which is situated in India at Trivandrum, Kerala. The lotus temple is situated at Santhigiri ashram, Trivandrum, Pothankot, Kerala. Now let us focus towards the painting which I have made just for you to illustrate how the Big Brother is affecting us and what are the tools he gives us to destroy ourselves and to keep us as a slave underneath his arms inside a cage, kept locked. And towards the left side of the painting, you can see holy saints as well as God descended towards the earth to make us understand, to teach us how this sort of freedom can be attained. There is Lord Shiva at the top, again Mahatma Gandhi, Jesus Christ, Sri Krishna and Muhammad Nabi, everybody, there's lots and lots. It is told that there are 2,244 gurus or saints or great persons who have descended towards the earth in this yuga. They all told only one thing: if you want to have happiness and peace and prosperity, you should understand what is the action in this whole world. This world is made up of two aspects, positive and negative, good and bad, sorrow, happiness, light, darkness. So everything has two opposite sides, inside which we should decide. We have the freedom to understand and decide and go through the way we need. But here, unfortunately, there are something else, something wrong, and something different working out in this atmosphere. Let me call the negative aspect as the Big Brother and the godly part as the God. I myself don't believe in any sort of religion or community, caste, big, small, nothing. Every creations are the greatest of the greatest. Everything in this earth is so beautiful and perfect. So these great persons who has come down to the earth were keeping on preaching, keeping on teaching, keeping on telling the ways, different ways through which everybody can attain freedom and happiness. And the explanation which I want to give into the detail is about the Big Brother's cage. You can see a cage which is black in color. Inside the cage there are different types of life forms which is working inside us, which is working inside your brother and sister or your father or mother or inside yourself and me. These are the tools. These things are the tools. Some of the tools, very, very simple, some of the tools which our Big Brother is given us to build our life. Can you have a happy life with this negative charge tool? Whatever we make, whatever we create, whatever we describe or discover with his tool has got its own limitations. It has been controlled, analyzed and suppressed to the very small level, so that when you use that tool, human being cannot think other than that. For an example, at the bottom of the cage, you can see a person who is kept to arms helplessly. Next to it, you can see a syringe which denotes the drugs which has been provided to him to feel good, to feel happy, to build his life. Unfortunately, that person has killed himself. He became an addict to the drug which was been provided, like cocaine, sugar, morphine, LSDs, all the chemicals, and to be frank, almost every medicines which you and I eat daily, when you become sick, are created by this big brother. Keep in mind, we are all guinea pigs by which we have been experimented. We are the pigs of the good big brother. They use you. They provide you with their own medicines, and they kills you. How can you get happiness? Again, when you go at the top of, you can see two pattern tanks, which is more funny than this particular thing, because the pattern tanks are created with hard metals, which is impenetrable. They are keeping themselves secured and killing somebody else. It has got very lethal weapons by which they can fire the shells towards a very vast range and create destruction. It is not good for human society. It is just built for destruction. For whose destruction? He is using us to kill our own brother, sister, father, mother, everybody, the nature itself. It is a play, it is a game of our big brother. He is playing with us. Again, when we go top up, you can see a red mask, which is again devilish. It is a sort of religious activities which goes like giving food, giving happiness, surrendering yourself, surrendering your atma and soul and all your vital energy towards them, to their survive, and they survive and they become happy. They drink blood out of you and you become a prisoner of them. You become a slave. You become a waste to yourself, your family, as well as to the society. Again, when you go up, you can see a serpent which has two big, long tongues. It is poisonous. It is swift. It is so heavy, it cannot fly. It doesn't have freedom. It always goes deeper and deeper, very close to the earth. It captures its prey, it bites and waits till the prey suffers and dies. It eats. This is how the big brother plays. It bites, he bites and leave you. You will be suffering, and all your money and all your wealth which you have been kept for you is given for medicines and all other activities like scanning and all those things. Everything is lost. Your property is lost. Your father, mother, everybody are lost. Finally you are lost. Upper level, this is very interesting. This is called the network, or the computer system, or the network which we are enjoying in every family and in every administration levels. Here, my dear friends, you should know what is internet, what is the purpose of it, why is it www. You can go through some basic websites from which you can get informations why these things are for. You and me, everybody all around this world has been hijacked. Your informations, your database, your photo, your thinking, everything is on the server. They are producing it, processing it. Even this video, when it goes, it is going to the YouTube or whatever it is. They see it, process it, they analyze, and they kill you. This is what going to happen. This is what it is happening. But still, there is a hope. There is a hope of freedom, prosperity, happiness with you and me, because we are all born with God inside us. We have the freedom to live and to let live. We are our own destiny. You should never keep your head down on somebody else's leg. So again, when we go the network system, I'm not going deep into it because you all know it is the biggest network to attract and to hijack the brains and the minds, physically, mentally, in every aspect of our teenage students as well as our intellectuals. Now you can see the whole network is kept on an evil red small bat-like structure which has spread his wings all over this earth by a big, by a vast, by a sophisticated network. Everybody are hanged, hooked to that network, and as a spider, the Big Brother is in the center as a hub, and he is deciding what should happen, when should happen, what is the person thinking, so what will be the reaction. So he is thinking and he is doing and he is working. He is there next to you right now because he's got the technology. He has got everything in his hand except one thing. I know what is it. You know it. What is it? It's a God. It's a God which he cannot capture. That God lies inside us. So when you have faith on God, these type of activities will not affect you. Again, go up. A person, you can see a person, he sees the light of freedom, happiness, prosperity, shareness. So he feels so happy about it. He's seeing the real God sitting on a lotus with Almighty, the Creator, with love, happiness, abundant to share. So he's reaching his hand. When he put his hands through the cage outside, God will accept. This is the beauteous part of it. We should decide whether I should be in liberation or in freedom. If I want that, we should raise your hand towards the God, whatever it is, towards the happiness. We should know that the faith is how big. When you have faith, everything is possible. So this person sees the lotus and he's keeping his hands stretching towards the God. The God takes his soul, or after the death, the soul is being kept near the God, and from the God, he is again descending towards the earth, towards the Holy Mother, as a small kid and give birth to a filtered, a holy person, just like these gurus, or just like these Mahatmas, or the God part of it. This is the painting which I am trying to explain. This is what I am trying to illustrate. From the whole painting, what I really want to communicate to you, to my dear friends, is that this is the truth. That is, a person who is being influenced by the big brother or the negative, he is using his tool to an extreme level. Suddenly he will be getting some information from the God or from a holy person or from his friend about there are something like escape. You can escape from this evil spell or from the big brother, and he's trying to get it, acquiring, and he comes at the top. He sees the God. He have faith on it, the God, and he reaches, and he's taken away by the God. He's taken away from the cage, and he again descends to this beautiful earth through a holy lady or the holy mother as a kid, and that kid is born as a beautiful child who is responsible for building happiness and peace. He himself will be happy. I hope you could understand and you was enjoying, and almost your doubt is being solved. Please be free to write to me anytime, anywhere, so that I can be a good friend of you and you my best friend. Please log into www.greenwhispers.com. Please be free, and I hope and I pray we can meet in another session, as which I have told, to discuss all these nodules in a very deep detail, if I am alive. Thank you. God bless you.